Ladies and gentlemen, K Kim here with the Traders Club. Welcome to the market update. Today is Friday, November 15th. Market has been closed. As usual, let's continue with our weekly analysis. Let's start with Spider, Qs, Diamond, Russell, Semi, or the banks, and Semi. You can see S&P is about 24% year to date. Nasdaq is 31, Diamond 20. Russell is still lagging there, 18%. And Russell and Diamond really, banks caught up with the S&P there, 24.5, and obviously semiconductors 52% year to date. Let's start with this chart here. I've tweeted it out today that we're hitting the current resistance level. Currently, I think, after the close, we're at 311.79, but this was earlier today. We're hitting this resistance. Actually, if you extend this out, it will look something like that here. I'll show you. So it will look, let's put, it will look something like that. So it will hit there. And never use this as precise manner. So it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a little bit higher. That's a breakout. That's not how it works. Always use it as a reference point. So it's not like just because we gone slightly above it doesn't mean, it's resistant, has no more, it's been conquered. It's not like that. It's just, this has been the level that we're seeing some distribution there. So I think this is, and not only that we've had phenomenal move. You can see that. And I think maybe bears are looking to see a move like that. What was it, like 7% move? Yeah, like 7% decline. I actually think we're not going to see something like that. Everybody's going to probably look for that. There's a few things going on psychologically. Let me tell you about what's going on right now psychologically. So there's a few things going on right now. There are people who are chasing this, right? Saying, if you chase the market, you will get burned. So many people are waiting. So it's like, okay, so many people didn't miss out on this pullback, missed out on this pullback, missed out on this pullback, right? They're scared. They thought we're not at all-time high yet. The 300 is a very, very strong resistance. This might be that triple top everybody's talking about. Maybe you're going to see the huge gray. That might be a big topping signal that we get into recession. So I think a lot of people, when we see this steep, fast decline, they got scared. They thought maybe that might be it. They maybe thought that this is going to be a head and shoulder formation, right? And this is a neckline. On top of that, we got potentially a triple top. And with those two, with that combo, well, maybe we get into recession, right? So a lot of people missed out on this move. They did not buy this dip. If they did, they maybe closed it. It was very, very short term. So now that we're finally fully breaking out of this, psychologically thinking, well, there's going to be people who they're trying to chase this. And there are people thinking, you know what, I'm going to be smart this time. I don't want to chase this. I'm going to wait for 5-7% decline. And then this time I'm going to buy the dip. See, so many people who didn't buy the dip all year long, now they're looking to buy the dip. Now they want to see some steep decline to buy the dip. And many times, when everybody's looking for something like that, market is not going to give it to them. So I actually, I'm leaning towards not seeing steep declines such as 7%, 6%. I think any decline could potentially be 3%. I think 3% at most, 3 to 4%, maybe 4.5, 3%, or we may just keep going higher with a little consolidation between, right? We just goes up. So it's been going up, consolidate, going up, consolidate, going up, consolidate. We might continue to do that until we get to 320. And then potentially this thing coming down. And we talked about this. Sooner or later, I think we are going to retest this. And I'm not sure we may retest it now. We might retest it later. That I don't know. Or maybe we may not retest it at all. See, that's the thing, is that we may or may not retest it. For me, it really doesn't matter because I've been buying the dip since December lows. So if it continues higher from this point on, I'll just continue to ride what I have. If we see a pullback, I'll just buy those dips. So either way is fine. But for now, let's see how the market deals with this current resistance that we're seeing. We may pop his head up a little bit before pulling back. But again, I don't believe that we're going to see 6%, 7% pullback. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting for that. And I don't think the market is going to give it to them. I think a lot of people are waiting for steep pullback so they can buy that dip, thinking now is the safe. And maybe market won't give it to them. Maybe market will keep grinding higher. Either way is fine for me. But if we do see a pullback, maybe 300 or, 298 or so, not a bad level to maybe accumulate a little bit more longs at that vicinity. But for now, we got another gap here, right? We got that gap right there. So we got that gap, we got that gap. We got a lot of gaps here. So, I'm going to remove these lines. And I'm going to put that line kind of here, 300, 299. Because that was a prior resistance likely to become strong support should the price get there. So at this point, we're hitting that resistance now, and we'll see how it plays out next. We are extended in the short term, right? So if we go to daily chart, I think I showed you this chart last time or last week. But like I said here, just because we hit it does not mean market can keep going higher. You see, you saw that little consolidation, got up, little pullback, got up, consolidation, got up again, right? Even here, we hit that little pullback, got up, right? This is the only time, I think, that's the only time that where we got the overbought level and it just dived. And we're kind of there. So we may keep going higher with the little pullbacks along the way. And I think this was only what? Like 3% decline. This was only 3% decline that we saw in March. So I don't believe we're gonna see like 6, 7, 8% decline. I don't think we're gonna see something like that. And some people might be looking for that so they can buy that dip. Market is not gonna give it to the market. Is not gonna make it that easy for you to just all of a sudden jump back in to ride that train. You see what I'm saying? Market is gonna make it, you know what I mean? Like, not easy for most people who missed out entire move, waiting for the quote unquote danger to subside and then possibly get back in. Market is gonna make it hectic for them, right? So I think there's gonna be a lot of dances going around, like, because now there's gonna be a lot of guessing games. So there will be a lot of guessing games for people trying to get back into this bull market. There's a lot of guessing game about, are we gonna see a pullback? If so, is it gonna be a little pullback before going higher? Or is it gonna be a bigger pullback before going higher? Or are we gonna keep going higher? So there's gonna be a lot of guessing game, and market is gonna make those chasers' life miserable if you are chasing up here for longer term investing. Though, if you are really, really, really long term and you're willing to go through some drawdowns, you could potentially add and then add more if it pulls back if you're really long term, but you would have to face some volatilities that's going through, and it's never a prudent way to start accumulating positions after this kind of move. Best time would have been, even if you missed out the December low, this is a good area to accumulate. This was a good area to accumulate this. So we had a pretty good levels to accumulate in the summer. Here, June lows, you got the August lows, and then October lows. So you got 3 chances to do it. And now, let's say you didn't do it because you got scared. Doing it up here, I wouldn't do it, to be honest with you. But it's a lot of guessing game. I don't know how much it's going to pull back. I don't know even if it's going to pull back. It might just keep going higher. You see, we are at resistance. It is overbought in a minor term, but market could continue to keep grinding higher with the little pullbacks, little consolidations. So at this point, lots of guessing game for people trying to jump back in. So keep that in mind. Let's go to Qs. Same story here, right? We just cleared that level and we're continue to march higher. Diamond. Right, diamond broke out, right? Broke out of this level, and we continue to march higher. Russell 2000, we got that resistance. That's an important pivot. 160 needs to get above 160. I still believe that Russell 2000 is going to get to new all-time highs. you know, at least in that vicinity. We may get to 170 or higher, or maybe even higher, maybe somewhere 176, somewhere in this vicinity, I think, before the this year's over. But 160 is level to conquer, reclaim, and potentially we finally move, you know, Russell 2000 play a catch up there. Let's go to the banks. Banks made a huge move, great move. Look at that. That was an important pivot we talked about the last week. We reclaimed, and now we have the higher high. That's the official higher high. That's an important pivot, important lower high. That was the start of this huge drawdown. We reclaimed it. We cultivated higher high. Any kind of steep pullback from this point on, I'll be looking to buy that dip. But then again, maybe that's what everybody's thinking, so market might not give it to them. Maybe market will keep going higher with the small pullbacks here and there. You see what I mean? So best time would have been accumulating some of these levels. But even if it comes down to about 28 or so, you know, 28, 20, somewhere in this vicinity, if we do see that pullback, still pretty good level to buy that. Semiconductor continue to move higher. They're 52% year to date. Are we gonna come back and retest that breakout level, right? This level. Are we gonna come back to retest that? Maybe or maybe not. Maybe that's what everybody's looking for, a retest. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Let's go back and check it. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. So here, you can look at it. Okay, so let's see. Let's say this is a resistance. Right? Let's just call that a resistance. So we broke out like that. We broke out and everybody. So here, this is back in 2016, right? So let me draw here. Let's draw it like that. Yeah, let's draw it like that, and let's draw it like that. So we're doing like that. We're doing that. Let's just say that's a today, right? It's pretty similar analysis as today, right? We're doing that. I'm like, okay, 61.44, we broke out. Well, it has to come and retest, right? Before this thing going higher. So, you know, a lot of people are like, and I'm just going to wait. It's going to come back and retest. We see this steep decline, so I'm going to see this thing come and retest. And then it doesn't retest. It came down pretty hard back in September 2016. And you're like, aha, it's this time we're gonna see come 60. Yeah, I mean, we see this big size pullback. I'm gonna wait, and then it goes without you. And then it's now this thing never came down and retested it, and you're just gonna keep missing out. Maybe you chase it up here and you see a huge decline, you get scared and you got out with loss. So this is actually happening today now. Are we gonna see a retest or are we not gonna see a retest? You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because once this thing broke out, people, especially those people who missed out on this pullback, they were scared to buy these dips. They were scared. So finally, when the market, not only market cleared this level, broke out of this consolidation, that, you know, kind of that rising, you know, triangle, wedge or whatever, and then cleared that level, you're like, oh yeah, this thing is gonna come and retest. I'm gonna buy that. Now, okay, all the danger has subsided. Market has made a new all-time high. Danger's gone. Now I'm gonna finally invest in a semiconductor. I'm gonna start buying, you know, SMH shares, and then I'm gonna wait for this pullback, right? Well, it never comes. It never came. So it never came. And it just went without you. And that's kind of what I mean. I mean, this whole theme of today's video, it should be that. Like, now that we're seeing the market breaking out on S&P, the Qs, the diamond, right? And XLF, like now, and the semiconductor, you see these prices just breaking out. And all these people who miss out on these pullbacks because they're so scared, thinking the crash is gonna come, now they want to get back, and now they want to be bullish. And they're like, you know what? I want to wait. I want to wait till this thing pull back, and then I want to buy that. If we do see a pullback, I think it's not bad to buy that. I really think so. But it may not. Something that I said before I end the video with this is market doesn't always bounce at the ideal level where everybody's looking at. Everybody's looking at this level. Right? Same with, I drew this line on spider diamond Qs everywhere, right? So everybody's looking at the same level. Market, it does do that sometimes. It does come perfectly at that level and bounces perfectly. It rarely does that, but it does do that. But more likely than not, it's gonna either bounce early like this, or it's gonna bounce late like that. The purpose of bouncing early is so that it wants to leave many people behind, right? And purpose of it bouncing late is people chased it. It wants to punish them, or people trying to be cute and trying to, buy right at that level. So they bought that dip, and then when they start going lower and lower and lower, and they got scared, they got out. You see, more often than not, you're gonna see these setups where it's gonna bounce early or late. But many times, though, not many times, but sometimes they do bounce perfectly. Once in a while, you see that. Once in a while, you see how they come down, bounce that ideal level that everybody's looking at. It comes on, hit it, bounces just perfectly. Right? But more often than not, it's going to bounce early like that, or late. Which one would it be? I don't know. I don't know. But if you think, well, take a guess. I'm guessing we're going to bounce early. Like we may continue higher and then bounce early. That's kind of what I'm guessing. Or we continue high with these little, consolidation we've seen. Because I think still there's so many bearish connotation going around, and I think a lot of people are waiting for, okay, all right, I thought the crash was gonna come here and here and here, but now they were finally breaking out. Now I want to buy that. I think most people's, what they're thinking is that I want to buy. I'm ready to buy now. Like I think a lot of people are thinking that way. I'm ready to buy the dip K, and I feel like market is gonna say, it's too late. You had your chances. It's too late. I think that's kind of the feeling that I get from the market. However, if we do see pullback though, 300, 299, somewhere in this vicinity, I would be thinking to purchase more longs. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I did close out some positions up here. I'm gonna update TQQQ. If you guys follow my journal post, TQQQ, I did close out some of my TQQQ calls today. And I'll do the journal post of that on my article maybe tomorrow or Sunday. And I'll talk more about that position. So I did close out some of my call positions. But I'm holding all of my long-term positions, like triple shares, all the equity shares. I haven't closed any of those because I'm very much bullish long-term. But in the minor term, we're hitting the resistance. But then again, I'm still thinking the market could grind higher. But at the same time, I'm saying if we do see a pullback, look at it as a gift, because I don't know if I'm gonna get it. So that's kind of my thought over a market. And some of you might think, well, that's not really black and white. Well, life is not black and white. Trading is not black and white. It's never black and white. If anything was black and white, well, everybody would master everything. Nothing is black and white in this world. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn to navigate through, through ups and downs of the market, the ups and downs of your life. Nothing is black and white. You don't talk about love and see if it's anything's black and white. Nothing's black. So anybody wrote a manual on love, how to react when your girlfriend or your wife acts a certain way? When she acts this way, that's what it means. So you gotta do it this way. Like, what? No. So you know what I mean? Yeah, we got this resistance, but you're like, oh yeah, when this happens, there's for sure it's gonna come down. No. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me tonight. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And I forgot to tell you. Next, it's iffy right now. I might be traveling next weekend. It's still not fully confirmed. So if I am traveling next weekend, there will be no market update next weekend. Just to let you know. If I'm not traveling, then I will do the market update video. So if you don't see my video next weekend, then you know that I'll tweet things out. But just let you guys know. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and good luck trading next week.